those watching and listening around the world. This is Shelor.
I'm in here. We're doing this. It's going to be a good time. Coming back at you. Thought about doing another solo podcast tonight. Thought I'd check in on everybody. Let you know what's been going on with me. Let you know that I've been thinking about y'all. And we're moving forward. We're doing big things. Getting crazy. We're getting wild. Whammy. Let's go. Hyped up now. Where do we start? Today was Saturday. What did I do today? I worked out this morning, which was nice. I got that going for me. I rode a 5K. It sucked. And actually, all right, it wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it, but my ass hurt the entire time. It's not a lot of fun when you're sitting on a rower for 20 minutes on a hard-ass seat. I've gone 30 minutes on there before, but today just could have been my mental game, could have been just the weather, could have been the way the sun rose. Who knows, man? But I wasn't feeling it. This wasn't my cup of tea this morning, but I got through it. I did it. And that's what matters, right? That's why we do this. That's why we do that. We do the dirty stuff, we do the hard work so it pays off later. That's what you got to do in life, right? That and another motto I like to say because I heard it, I forgot where I heard this at, but I don't know if I heard it on a movie, TV show, or somebody just told me that if it feels good, do it. Don't think you can apply that to all things in life, but for the most part, it's not bad. But I like to think so. So, anyway, what do we do else? There's a new little distillery that popped open here in old Rad Vegas, old Rad Town. Rad Vegas, baby. J.H. Bard's Distillery. Went there with a few friends tonight. Not bad. Nice little spot, and I guess it's the business or industrial park of Radford, if that's what you want to call it. But what they had going on, they have 3 or 4 different bourbons. They have a single batch, a rye, just a regular bourbon, and a maple syrup. No, well, it's not maple syrup, but it's a maple flavored bourbon. And then they randomly have a vodka in there. And met the owners, had a couple drinks. Nice little spot. They it's almost in a warehouse, and they turned it into something good. I guess they distill it all in there, and have a little tasting room and a little thing you can do outside. This is what I'm sipping on tonight, by the way. Got a bottle of their bourbon, and it's good. I had a little flight. You know, you get 3 little shots, and you can just sip on them, which, you know, you almost just want to keep throwing them back like it's crazy. But we didn't do that. Just had a little taste in there. Then went over to the river company. Man, it took me a minute. Couldn't remember that. Had a beer there and a burger. Good at night. Was feeling it. It's one of those places that I was talking about with my buddies tonight, my friends, that it's one of those out of sight, out of mind places. I always forget about it just because of the location. It's on the other side of the river, and you can't see it from the road, so you just got to know about it in order to get there, in my opinion. And it's not one of the, it's really good. I mean, it was really good. Had a good beer and had a good burger and some sweet potato fries. Crushed it tonight. But yeah, I always forget about it. Let's see, what else has been going on with me the last couple weeks? Oh yeah, finished up quarterfinals in CrossFit. For those who just tuning in, ain't heard me talk about that before. Quarterfinals is that if you make it in the 90th percentile overall in the CrossFit Open, you go to quarterfinals. Pay another $50. You get 5 workouts, and after that, if you finish in, I think it's 120 or 150, I don't remember off the top of my head, you go to the semifinals. Well, guess what? I'm not going to the semifinals. Not overall, anyway. No big deal. The workouts were tough. Real tough. For me. Not speaking for everybody. And also just, I was talking about it with one of my other buddies that the way they were designed, they were almost designed for just elite athletes. And this is just, my opinion, and I'm not obviously no facts on here, and which if you listen to this podcast, me throwing out facts of anything is just, I guess, take it with a grain of salt. Is that a saying? Pretty sure it's a saying. Hope I use that correctly. Sometimes I wonder that when I say little quips or, I don't even know if quips is a correct word, but you say little sayings like that, if that's how you're supposed to use them. And it's just like, I did not start thinking, is that the right usage? But anyway, I said it. So, somebody can call me out on it later if it's wrong. But, great, I already forgot where I was going with that. So, quarterfinals. But yeah, did quarterfinals, finish it up. In my opinion, that's where I was going. Okay. So, about the elite athletes. So, workout 3 or 4 was a 4-rep max front squat, which most of the elites were doing that first. But the problem, with some people, like me, you had to do the first 2 by Friday at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, that's how it went. And so I did the first 2 Thursday evening so I could have them in time. And then I did the rest, which that's not an excuse or anything by any means, but it was just, it's, I guess it's just weird how it's programmed like that and how everyone did their own thing. And which usually in most competitions that I've done, the strength workout is always in the beginning, which is fine. But yeah, I'm a little salty about it, I guess. But could have done it wrong. Could have been better. But realistically, I was not going to make the top 120, 150, whatever I said it was. But it's no big deal. I moved on. It was a great time. It was actually just a good thing just for me and myself, actually just knowing that, hey, all this working out has actually paid off a little bit. So, no big deal. Moving on. Again, I get to do it in May for my age bracket, which now is the 35 to 39 bracket, which I guess is the gray area of the Masters athlete. Which I think I'll do. I'll hold my own in there. Which am I going to semifinals in there? Probably not, but who knows? We'll see. The workouts will be tough there. A lot of it, just doing that many workouts is just a lot of volume for me. Lately, anyway, me and the boys, me and the bros, we used to throw down pretty hard on. I think James and I, maybe Chad and I have talked about it on here too. That we should throw down pretty hard on the Invictus athlete programming, and we were in there an hour and a half, 2 hours, almost. Actually, not even almost every day, getting worked, and it just got to the point where it was good, and it just. Mentally and physically, I didn't want to do it anymore. Probably more mentally. I wanted to keep working out, but I knew that, hey, I'm not trying to become a full-blown, full-time CrossFit athlete, which that's how it be. So you get realistic, and there's this thing, GPP, general physical preparedness, which is more of what I've sort of leaned my life values towards. Just being able to do any kind of movement, any kind of activity at any time that I feel like it and be okay with that. So, that's where I'm at. And we're moving on. So, finished quarterfinals, got through that. Like I said, still kind of feeling some of the effects from it. There was a lot of GHDs, which is basically a setup on a machine, if anyone who doesn't know what that is. And there was a lot of them, more than what I'm used to doing, and it slapped me. It slapped me hard. They slapped different. But we do the work, we figure it out, and we get through it. So, yeah, and it's humbling. It gives you a different mental perspective on things, but it's just nice knowing that you did it. I mean, could always be worse, right? Things could get worse. I mean, I could have not made it at all. So it was a good experience, especially with CrossFit never doing it this way. And usually in the past when I have done the CrossFit Opens, I've never did anything past the Open except just regular competitions or local competitions. So it was just a good experience. It was fun. And, it cost me $50, but, I mean, like I told some of my other friends, it's $50. I'm there at the gym basically every day working out anyway. I've spent $50 in worse ways. So why not? Why not, man? No guts, no glory, right? Pretty sure it's the same too. So let's move on from there. Got through quarterfinals. Let's see, what else has been going on with me? Obviously, been keeping up with my movies and TV shows. Going through the Rocky series. It's on HBO Max. American Classics. If you don't like Rocky, then get the hell out of here, right? I finished Rocky 4 last night. And they hold up, man. I'm not going to lie. They hold up in today's age. Again, it's IMO, also, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, in my opinion. But I'm enjoying them. And I always catch myself smiling. Obviously, spoiler alert, when he wins, if he wins, he might win. You didn't hear that. You don't know. He might win at the end of it. But I catch myself smiling like an idiot. Like, oh, man, I'm so glad he did it, Just feel good stories. And then also you have, I don't know if it was remembering the first one, or the second one. But, let me stretch it out, baby. That you have those 80 montage little workout scenes where they're playing some 80s song. He's over there just picking up a log, doing lunges through snow, just getting after it, beating up a fucking tree, just working out. And, you just kind of get a little goosebumps flare out over that. And it's fun. It's a feel-good movie. A lot of people say that if you turn on movies like that, or not even movies like that, but also TV shows that, like something you've always watched regularly and that you can see, and it's kind of this noise in the background. It's like The Big Bang Theory. There you go. That's a popular one that, it's kind of eases your anxiety. It's just something feel good, just so you can hear something in the background. You don't have to sit there and watch it to know what's going to happen. You just watch it and just do your thing. Which, I mean, usually that's what I do. If I know I'm not going to sit there and literally try to sit down and watch something, I'll just throw something on like that and just go about my day or see where that takes me. But lately, I've been trying to watch a lot more baseball lately. Let's go! I don't know what. See, sometimes when I say words or kind of get louder in certain positions like that, when I just yelled out "Let's go" for no reason, just wonder what the hell I do that for. Why does my mind work that way? But anyway, yeah, when I say recently, I mean just this week. When I get home from work or the gym, like while I'm cooking dinner, or even while I'm eating dinner too, that I have been watching the Nats, Braves, and Orioles. This is my 3 teams I've been going back with. So, don't know why, but decided to check them out, see what they're going on. Just try to experience, being off my sports game for a while. I haven't been really keeping up with a lot of it lately, and I guess that could be part of the pandemic, could be part of just life in general. But just talking with some other people tonight, just baseball's just kind of easy because it's a slow-paced game. If you get up and go do something, yeah, you might miss a couple plays in here and there, but for the most part, you're not really going to miss it. But I find it pretty relaxing. You can just sit there and you can enjoy it, and you can get hyped there. You're just not, I don't know, you're just not grinding on the edge of your seat. It's just enjoyable for right now. But yeah, I mean, I've always, in person loved watching baseball, but on TV, man, like even just any game in general, it's just not baseball. It's just me sitting there watching that for 3+ hours, which you could almost say the same thing for movies. Which I guess with movies I get more involved with, and enjoy more. But yeah, with that, it's just like I got to get up and do something. Then I come back, watch a little bit more, do something else, come back, and watch a little bit more. So watching a little bit more baseball lately. So it's been fun. Got to find me actually, I guess, true team to actually follow. But for me, even in all sports, usually, like when I was little, I would like players more than I would teams. So let's say, for example, my man Deion Sanders primetime, he bounced around a lot. Falcons, Cowboys, Redskins. Who else? Did he play for the Niners too? I think he played for the Niners. But I remember just wanting to watch those teams just because of him. And I guess he's coaching now at Jacksonville State. Where's the old Google box? Let's get that going. Let's get that fucking fired up, baby. Deion Sanders, head coach. Make sure. I think it's Jacksonville State. Looking here, Coach Prom at Jackson State, not Jacksonville State. Where the hell is Jackson State? Jackson State announces Deion Sanders as head coach. Probably Jackson State Tigers. Well, all right. What? All right. Here, let me just do it quick and easy way. Jackson State Tigers. Jackson State Tigers football. Just tell me where state they're in. They say college football team is in Jackson Division I football, Southwestern Athletic Conference. Head coach Deion Sanders, first season. Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Okay, so it's Mississippi. It's a HBCU. Okay, Historically Black College. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. All right, so I was way off base there. So for whatever reason, I kept thinking it was Jacksonville State, but Jackson State. Okay. Well, anyway, so the point of that story is, I mean, I try to follow players, and right now I'm liking Soda from the Nationals. Juan Soto. Let me get back on Soto. Yeah, Juan Soto for the Nats, and then Acuna Jr. for the Braves, and playing center field. And I think just because of that, was it last year? 2 years ago, last year, before COVID. The fall before COVID. So it wasn't last year, year before last. I'm guessing my dates just every date starts to run together anymore. I have no idea what anything is. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I went to the Atlanta Braves new stadium down in Georgia and watched Acuna Jr. And I don't know why I'm doing that. And watched the Braves play. It was a good time. Sat in center field, had a few beers, enjoyed the game. It was a cheap ticket, man. Why not, man? And it's their new stadium. It's kind of cool. They built a whole little city just around that stadium, and which I guess that's what most stadiums and or cities are doing right now. That there's a lot of stuff, obviously, involved around the ballpark. So. Obviously the ballpark is also selling food, drinks, merchandise, but if you go just probably off the block of the stadium, you have so many more restaurants, bars, gastropubs, other little stores just selling merchandise. So getting an economy for those cities. So it's pretty good. Good thing for them. It's a good area too. I mean, it was just it was like somebody told me the area was nothing over there. Then they built that new stadium and all that stuff, and it's popping. It's cool, man. So highly recommend it if you're down there. Go watch a game, eat you a couple hot dogs, drink a few beers. Why not? Okay. What else is going on? Let's see. Talked about last time on the podcast that had a question come in about the next head coach for UNC basketball. Now that I'm on a sports kick. Hubert Davis got the job. Let's go. I think it's good. It's a good pick. Was kind of rooting for Jerry Stackhouse, to be honest with you, just because he was a fun player to watch when I was little. But Hubert Davis, he's UNC alum. Let's see, it's May 17th, 1970. Obviously, he played at North Carolina, but he's been assistant coach for I don't know how many years, for a while now. And I think he's not only been under Roy Williams, but he was under another couple coaches. Sorry if you hear me typing. I thought it was other different coaches. So he's got a lot of experience. Let's see. Here we go. American coach prior to his coaching career, Davis played in the NBA, Knicks, Raptors, Mavericks, Wizards, Pistons, and Nets. So 2004, his nephews Walter Davis, another former title NBA player. So it looks like they're doing okay as a family. So, but it's good. Where I'm going at with that is that it's good. He's always, UNC alum. Seems like he's been working hard. I always like being somebody who's put their loyalty into a program like that and actually get recognized as, hey, you've done your time. You went to school here. You kind of know how the system works. You already know some of the players. You're moving up. Let's move you up. I respect that. I think it's gonna be a good fit. I'm glad they're keeping it in the family. You don't want anybody. Sometimes you do want new blood coming in, I guess, but also just depends on the situation, where your program's at, where your school is at, what the personnel is like. But I think it's gonna be good for him. I hope it's gonna be good for him anyway. So good looks there. So let's see, where else can we go from that? Got Hubert Davis covered. I talked about some sports. Let's go. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, so other big news in the sports world. Sorry, folks. This is a big sports podcast going on right now. Again, we have A-Rod. And when I see A-Rod, I mean Alex Rodriguez. Big name in baseball. Alexander Emmanuel Rodriguez, nicknamed A-Rod. He's been a shortstop and third baseman. Oh, he says he was a philanthropist. That's nice. Got to start at the Manors, play for the Rangers. Big time for the Yankees when the Yankees used to always stack up, which I wonder if they were kind of one of the first teams, because the Yankees have always stacked players up, gave them their money, and would stack up whoever they need. And I wonder if that's where the Celtics got it from. And because they were one of the first big teams to actually start forming these super teams with Davis, Garnett, and Paul Pierce. Ooh, I need to go a little on tangent on Paul Pierce. Him getting crazy. But anyway, I got to remember that part. But A-Rod just, he got ownership with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and also with the Lynx. Yeah, Minnesota Lynx, and that's their WNBA team. Mark Lore. So here we go. On ESPN.com, we have sources: Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lore finalizing deal to buy Minnesota Timberwolves, WNBA's Lynx. And that's from Adrian Wojnarowski. The purchase price in this deal is expected to be in the $1.5 billion range, sources said. Sorry. Might be a little bourbon coming back up here. 1.5 billion range. Not bad. Man, there's people throwing out money like crazy. So Taylor, who's Taylor? Mark Lord. Glenn Taylor is the majority owner. Okay. So we have Glenn Taylor. Taylor will continue to hold full control of both teams for 2 years before Rodriguez and Lord take over in 2023. Okay. Just got that going on. So why would A-Rod buy a place in Minnesota, or buy a team in Minnesota? Yeah, well, speaking of that, here before I look more into it, Dwayne Wade also, well, not also, but is another popular sports figure, very popular sports figure. He just bought into ownership into the Utah Jazz, which he played his whole career at yeah, I was about to say the University of Miami Heat, the NBA team. So I wonder if this is starting to become the norm, that if popular players, in order to stay into the game, instead of coaching or uh, trying to, I don't know, instead of coaching or trying to find another way to stay into the sports world, a lot of them go into broadcasting too, is that they are buying ownership into these teams, which can be profitable. But I think my point is, and I was talking about with somebody the other day at the gym, is that LeBron James just bought into the Boston Red Sox, which big time name. And usually it doesn't matter if they're good, bad, terrible, but just because of the name alone, you're going to make money just because they've built their reputation up. Everyone knows the Boston Red Sox, or I hope most people know the Boston Red Sox baseball team. And I guess some people are like, "Why not Ohio? That's where LeBron's from. That's what he does." Well, true, but also you saw when he was playing for Cleveland and when he was able to take his talents elsewhere, like he said that he just ran off to Miami. So it's just smart business moves. I think. Um, I don't think. I mean, for the Boston Red Sox, that's a smart move. But when they're talking about Minnesota Timberwolves, when was the last time they won anything? Timberwolves, TIM, BER Timberwolves, last championship. Especially the Utah Jazz. I mean, they weren't good before. The last time they were good was Stockton, and back on the Rocky movies, Stallone and the Mailman, Carmelo, baby. Conference titles 0, division titles 1, championships 0. Retired numbers 2. Is that right? Damn. I mean, they try, but it's just not there. So, but anyway, I mean, best of luck to them. I mean, if I had a lot of cheese, a lot of money, I'd try to get into an ownership. I mean, why not? I mean, how cool would it be to invite your friends up? Man, let's go watch my professional sports team play. Let's go watch the team play some sports. But also on here, while I'm looking up A-Rod, in case y'all keeping up with pop culture, is that the word I'm looking for? In case you already didn't know, I found out just reading this, A-Rod and J-Lo are no longer together. And it happens. And this is recent. This is 2 or 3 days ago. Jennifer wasn't in this past Super Bowl. She was. Okay, so the weekend was in the last one, then her and Shakira were in the other one. But it ain't doing it anymore. They said later. This is on today.com. Is that an actual website? I don't even know if it is. Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod announced breakup in Today exclusive. They are better as friends and will continue to support each other in their shared ventures. All right, well, good on them. Officially going to separate ways. So they couple since 2017, cut off their 2-year engagement and will focus on remaining friends. Oh, so they were only engaged. Okay, they weren't actually married. So they were just engaged for 2 years. Okay, well, not bad. Well, I don't know if I should say not bad. But I guess they weren't married. Obviously. But, what's going on, man? I mean, I don't really want to go through this whole article, especially while I'm talking, and try to read why they broke up, if he cheated. Did he date Mariah Carey? A-Rod and Mariah Carey. Derek Jeter dated Mariah Carey, I think. Okay. But I thought, who the hell? I thought A-Rod dated somebody famous too. Here, let me make this whole podcast about A-Rod's relationships. A-Rod Rodriguez relationships. Be funny. I guess there will be something. Dating history. Okay. From usmagazine.com. The old interweb just wins again. I don't know who she is. Half of y'all will know a lot of these people. I probably won't. But let's see what we got. Aaron Roses, her name himself. Oh, stupid ad blockers. God, so fucking annoying. All right. Separated from his wife, Cynthia Skirtis, in 2008. Had 2 daughters. Okay. Oh, got down with Madonna. My man D-Rod. Dennis Rodman. Got down with her too. They split in 2008. Damn. Okay. He had Cynthia from his Madonna. Man, his 2008. Then get seeing Kate Hudson. Okay. Dated Cameron Diaz. Also WWE star Tori Wilson. Never really knew nothing in marriage. 2008. After dating for 2 years. Okay. Okay, so A-Rod getting down. He just doing his thing. So that was from usmagazine.com. Okay. Well, good for him. All right, so they broke up. They didn't get married, though, but they're going to do their thing. So moving on. So, did I already talk about Dwayne Wade? Yeah, so Dwayne Wade is also buying the Utah Jazz. I think I already mentioned this. I got off on this tangent dating history on Alex Rodriguez, whatever. So again, I mean, Michael Jordan's doing it too. He bought the Charlotte Hornets, but Michael, I mean, I think there was a report that just on his shoes alone, his royalties he just makes from the Jordan series is in the millions. Obviously, like ridiculously millions. And when you look at these other guys with their shoes, Steph, Kevin, Derrick Rose, I think he had a shoe line with Adidas. They're not even close. Like, there's first with Michael Jordan. And the guy who's not played in 20 plus years. Has it been 20 years? Probably, yeah, at least. Not even close to holding a candle to first place with everyone else. And it's not ridiculous because, I was a Jordan guy. I was a Jordan fan. I've had a couple pairs of Jordans. Did I have all the Jordans? No, but would I like to? Yeah. So if somebody wants to hook me up there, I would like to be about that. But the sneakerhead industry, if you call yourself a sneakerhead, I have a friend that actually has sneakers that they're in a box. Never been worn, never been out of the wrapping, I guess you could say. Never been tried on, and he showed them to me, and it's badass. I mean, I thought it was cool, kind of cool, but some people will be like, I don't understand why you spend money on that. Well, everyone's got their thing, someone's the way you collect stuff, and sometimes I build Legos and stuff, and they get a couple hundreds and stuff, but they're fun, and some people have shoes, and that's just their thing. Everyone's got their thing, man. They got their vice, so why not? But anyway. But yeah, Michael Jordan, he bought the Hornets. He's running them. Small market team. But I kind of understand the Hornets. So I think he obviously he was a Tar Heel, born and bred in, North Carolina. Going raise up. Yeah. And I think he got into NASCAR now. But Michael Jordan, NASCAR. Yep. Following rumors, Michael Anthony officially announced last September that he would become a NASCAR Cup Series team co-owner, along with Joe Gibbs Racing. Denver driver Denny Hamlin for the 2021 season and beyond. Now that's wild, and it's not really wild because guess NASCAR was born in North Carolina, so why would you not get into it? Why not try it out? I mean, obviously he doesn't have to worry about money. Like I just said, he's making just off his shoes alone and his Jordan brand alone. Dude got the bread coming in. if you know what I mean. Well, good on him. But yeah, and then Joe Gibbs, he coached the Redskins. Joe Gibbs Racing. Joe Gibbs, football coach. There we go. So yeah, he was. I think he coached the Redskins, his American Auto Racing team, former owner, former professional team in football. He was head coach of the Washington Redskins National Football League. Sorry, I'm kind of stuttering, and while I'm reading this, I'm just trying to read it fast, so I don't have to bore y'all with all this information. 1981 to 1992, and again from 2004 to 2007. So yeah, I mean, just another outlet, just looking for another way to stay involved with sports, make some money, and I guess there is a thing that they probably did love NASCAR racing deep down. Maybe they do enjoy it. I kind of do. I used to. Nah, I don't really enjoy it anymore. I used to when I was little, and that was because I liked Dale Earnhardt growing up a lot. Number 3, drove the Black 3, the Intimidator, baby. And I think it was just a thing that my family watched, and so I just kind of got into it. But I never did find myself watching a whole race, but I would watch it. So it was a good time. But I just remember rooting for him, and then not obviously, but if you don't know, he died at a crash at Daytona, very sad, in which everyone just thought it was just a regular wreck and there was nothing more about it. He'd be okay. But I do remember him coming out, or coming on ESPN, and I was sitting there just watching it by myself. And while I was watching it by myself, I don't know. But then I just remember it just came across the headlines, like the sportscaster at the time just saying, he died. And I remember just running over and asking Mom and my brother and stuff, hey, what happened? And they were like, oh, he was in a wreck, That's all. That's the last thing we knew. And then it was like, oh, he died. And it was a big time deal for me. But ever since then, I think that was last time I really got into NASCAR at all, or even cared about it. Because after that, it was kind of me trying to get into it, but I was like, nah, just don't see it. And I know his son races, or he did race. I don't know if he still races, but this wasn't the same for me. I guess a lot of people can relate to that because it's just stuff happens. Like I was talking about earlier with baseball, you try to find a player you enjoy watching, or someone, and it just happens that they just fall off, and not in a good way or not in a bad way, and kind of just changes their perspective on everything. And I'm not trying to be hard on anybody about that or say something not meaningful or upsetting to somebody, but it's tough. It is tough, So especially when you invest your time into watching sports or into a person or to anything in life in general, it's just they walk out of not even walk out of your life, but they do leave your life in an unfortunate matter, or just could be just because they want to. It's just tough. It's tough psychologically. It's tough physically. It's you try to just try to figure out where you go from that, and it's almost the same with animals. And I'm going off on a weird tangent right now, and that I do know that I shouldn't say I do know, but I've read this, that elephants actually mourn if a member of their elephant herd, or elephants running packs, teams, herd, elephant packs, elephant families. So they will mourn for a member. I don't know how long it lasts, and I don't want to sit here. Might as well. I'm Googling everything else tonight. So what? Elephant mourns. Probably spelling this not elephant mouse. MOURNS. Rare footage mourn their death. So NationalGeographic.com, rare videos, elephants mourning death. 3 months have funerals to greet for death. So yeah. So I don't want to watch a video. I don't want to get too sad to sit here doing that. That made me real bad on this. But it happens, man. And I don't mean to go to a tangent on this, but it's kind of weird that, animals can just kind of sense that, if they lose a family, a tribe member, I guess you could call a tribe member, or a friend, just they grieve kind of how we do over somebody. I like to know, I would read Washington Elephant stories and when it dies. Would like to read. I might read more up on it after this podcast, but I wonder if it's just one of those things that, yeah, they. I want to try to. How do elephants mourn? Okay, this is coming from myguaranteedplan.ca, which you take this however you want to. I don't know how reputable this is. The ritual includes touching their bones gently with their trunks while remaining very quiet, covering the body with leaves and grass. An elephant belonged to their own, staying with the body for days or weeks at a time. Hmm. Hmm. So they stay there for weeks at a time? That can't be right. Weeks at a time. I guess I could see days, but I mean, when you talk about human experience versus animal experience, I mean, after a few days, the human experience is done as far as the funeral and the day before, and uh, then after that, it's just kind of the family members they're dealing with it on their own. But for days and weeks at a time, it's weird. Okay, I don't want to talk about death anymore. It's just kind of depressing me, and I'm not liking it. But not saying I don't like it, but that's something I guess you have to deal with. It's not something you guess you have to deal with. You do have to deal with it. So you just sweet here. It happens. But all right. So this article's being blocked. God, don't you hate it when you're sitting here? You go into a website and you're just trying to read up on something, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, if you want to read the rest of this, you need to give us your email and your credit card. It's like, just give me the article. This is what the internet was made for, and plus, I just don't want to sit here and read it from just some John nobody. I want to actually read it from a reputable website. Okay. The growing body of evidence points to how animals are aware of death and will sometimes mourn or ritualize their death. Animal grief. There's elephants. Elephants are known to have strong bonds and mourn for their death. Elephants, for example, are known to take great interest in the bones of their deceased and to mourn for dead relatives. One of these vivid ritual explorations of bones was caught on video in 2016 by a doctoral student studying elephants in Africa. Members of the 3 different elephant families came to visit the body of a deceased matriarch, smelling and touching and repeatedly passing by the corpse. Chimpanzees have also been reported observed engaging in death-related behaviors. In one case, a small group of captive chimpanzees was carefully observed after one of their members, an elderly female named Pansy, died. The chimpanzees checked Pansy's body for signs of life and cleaned bits of straw from her fur. They refused to go to the place where Pansy had died for several days afterwards. So it's interesting. I mean, and animals are a lot smarter than what we think they are. So anyway, yeah, like I said, let's move on from there. Do not. That got a little. I didn't want the podcast to go there. I wanted to be more uplifting than that. But so that was kind of informative for me, anyway. I hope it was informative for you. Okay, so big time thing I did actually want to talk about tonight that I saw earlier on my boy Joe Rogan. He posted something on his Insta, the old Insta face. Where else do you get your information of and see cool videos and watch some cool TikTok dances? Defense Department confirms leaked video of identified aerial phenomena. Is real. This is coming from CNN.com. And also, let me pull up what my boy Joe posted. Look at the wieners over here just sleeping. Man, they're being good tonight. Oh. So yeah, okay. So we're talking about aliens. Didn't mean to get crazy. Get off on. Stop talking there. Okay. So this is the article, or what Joe said. UFO footage confirmed by the government is becoming more and more common. I don't want to get too hopeful, but if I'm being honest about this with myself and you folks, it really does seem like something monumental is happening. Maybe aliens realize how fragile our current civilization really is and want to give us a little taste of what awaits us if we don't fuck this thing up and manage to pull it together. Props to my friend Jeremy Corbell for securing this footage and for his tireless work getting the message out. Okay, so he posted something from Telegraph Company. Telegraph Co. UK. So let's look up their article. Paste it. Okay, of course, you got to give them a started free trial. Okay, y'all, okay. So, official tells Telegraph unexplained images of pyramid shaped were taken by Navy personnel off the coast of California. So, pyramid shaped, huh? It's interesting. Oh, come on. Is that it? Is that all I get to see? Nope. He's got another picture. Okay, so here's the article that he posted from the Telegraph. News website of the year. I guess it's out, and Telegraph is out of the UK. So, let's see. The Pentagon is investigating bizarre images of flashing pyramid-shaped UFOs spotted over the U.S. Navy destroyer off the coast of California. Leaked videos showed at least three of the unidentified pulsating objects moving, sometimes in unison, above the USS Russell in July 2019. Oh, so I thought this was recent. So this was 2 years ago, so now they're confirming it. They were filmed moving quickly in and out of clouds by military personnel from the ship for 18 seconds through a green tinged night vision device. Okay, so they were using night vision. When you watch everything through night vision, like through movies and TV shows, it's obviously all through, looks like it's green anyway. So here we go. The rest of the article, the images from both ships were obtained by documentary maker Jeremy Corbell, who was working on a film about UFOs. Pentagon official told the Telegraph, quote, I can confirm that the reference photos and videos were taken by Navy personnel. The UAPTF has included the incidents in their ongoing examinations. The official declined to give any further details of the sightings. Okay. So it was confirmed they saw something out there and it looks like a pyramid. But, also when UFOs come about, I mean, a UFO is also just an unidentified flying object. So then it looks like now they might be calling it also an unidentified aerial phenomena. But anytime anyone says that, it's automatically just goes straight to alien talk. And which I get it, it's fine. I mean, makes you just wonder. I like talking about aliens and stuff with people just because I don't know. And I want to, I want to know, which I think a lot of people want to know. But just when when the Pentagon and the people we so trust in this world, or supposedly so trust in this world, who actually start confirming that, oh yeah, there's some other things going out there. We found some spaceships, or not, I don't think they said spaceships, maybe aircrafts, that were not man-made or made by human. So it makes you wonder. And, you can go down a whole road, or a whole dark, deep road on that, especially when, we've talked about, or I've not, We'll stop there. I don't want to get into far of a big tangent on this, but anyway. So here we go. So CNN. This is from CNN, which you can take that. Let me type in something else. Let me go to Google. The old Google box. I'm just Googling stuff. Look at the wiener dogs just laying there, not even fighting tonight. They're just laying here chilling, man. Must have had a tough day. UFO confirmed recently. TheGuardian.com. Is that a good website? I don't even know. I've been trying to stay off the news, folks. I think it's why I've been watching more baseball too lately. Is that, somebody else and I were talking about it earlier. The news just has nothing to report anymore except mass shootings or, just bad stuff. I mean, I shouldn't have said, I didn't want to say that, but it's just, that's what they're reporting. It's just bad. They just try to report anything negative or something that'll just try to get viewers' attention, and obviously that's what it does, and it gets most people's attention. Like I've said, it gets mine, but I think that's why I've been, just trying not to keep up with it. But they have been staying off politics lately, which is also, I think I've talked about on here before, that they just don't have nothing to report on anymore. It's just because the politics went their way. So, I don't want to speak. Okay. So, let's say, go back on my alien talk. Alright, this is from The Guardian, which, if you want to look this up, the article reads, Pentagon confirms leaked photos and videos of UFOs are legitimate. Blinking triangular object. Okay. So it's all a pyramid or a triangular object. Graphitol to maintain operation to avoid disclosing information that may be useful to potential adversaries. The DoD does not discuss publicly the details of either the observations or examinations of reported incursions into our training ranges or designated airspace, including those incursions. Okay, that didn't give me nothing. Last month, Donald Trump's former intelligence director, John Ratcliffe, teased the contents of the report, telling Fox News that the document would include unknown sightings from all over the world. Well, also, that was part of the stimulus plan, too, is that they had, 90 days? 60 days? 120 days? I'm not going to Google this. I don't want this to turn into a complete Google stuff. They had a Google... that was part of the stimulus plan that the government actually had to release whatever they had on UFOs. Still going on. Just had another sip of my drink. But it's just interesting that, if anyone wants to write in or comment on any of this, and I would love for anyone to, that... let's say, what am I just trying to say that? Hold on, let me Google it right here. Sorry, folks, for all the dead air tonight. Sitting there, or not tonight. It is tonight for me. Men in Black tonight, okay. This one I'm Googling. There was a great quote from Men in Black. I don't know if it was a great quote. But it sticks with me. Imagine. Okay, I think this is it. Quotes.net. Nice. Okay. So this sticks with me. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew that the Earth was flat. Was that Galileo? Galileo. Sitting here Googling stuff, I think, Who figured out the Earth is round? This is like a legitimate website. I would be surprised how the ancient Greeks proved the Earth was round 22,000 years ago. What did Galileo do? Am I just making stuff up? All right, I don't want to sit here and bore y'all while I just sit here and try to look it up myself. Cause just give me the answer, Google, so I don't have to. Who discovered the Earth is round? The internet being a little slow. Columbus was one of them. Okay. One of the most enduring myths that children grow up with this idea that Columbus was the only one of his time who believed the Earth was round. Everyone would believe the Earth was flat. How brave the settlers in 1490. Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. I felt like I was there. Well, that article didn't help. All right, so spherical Earth Wikipedia. Eratosthenes, a Hellenistic astronomer from Chronicia, estimated Earth's circumference around 240 BC, computing a value of 252,000 strides. Astronomers can only measure the circumference of the Earth by assuming that the distance to the Sun is so great that the rays of sunlight are practically parallel. Well, okay. Not anything at all what I wanted on here. And, alright, this is what I'm going to do. Galileo. How do you spell even Galileo? Galileo. Okay, there we go. That's what I want right there. Alright. Okay, just don't let me paste that. There we go. Here we go, folks. This is what I'm trying to get at here. I'm just trying to get a good point. Okay, works fine. Galileo. Italian astronomer, physicist, engineer, sometimes described as a polymath from Pisa. Galileo has been called the father of observational astronomy, the father of modern physics, the father of scientific method, and the father of modern science. Okay. Well, he was also in Bohemian Rhapsody. Maybe I need to edit that onto the Wikipedia. All right. What did he discover? Craters and mountains on the moon. Good for him. Smooth and perfect received. The phases of Venus, Jupiter moons, the stars of the Milky Way, the first pendulum clock. Okay, so I was way off base there. So, and if you want to have some random knowledge, yeah, fuck that up real good. So anyway, all right. So this is what I wanted to say. The quote from there was 1,500 years ago, everybody knew that the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew that the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that humans were alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow. Tommy Lee Jones said that. Okay. I think I talked for a pretty good while tonight. Talked about a bunch of random stuff. I'm going to have a new intro on this podcast, and I hope you enjoy it. I got a lot out of it. Loved it. I got bored during my little quarantine. Yeah, I got bored during my quarantine. Was trying to come up with some new stuff. Create more content. Get myself out there a little bit more. Like I said, I watched some movies, a lot of TV shows. Got a little bit inspired off that. So, Yeah. And always, hook me up with a review, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Obviously, I'll keep everything anonymous. Email me, SheilaFever@gmail.com. Sheila Fever. Yeah, and we'll just go from there. Appreciate everyone listening. This is a big episode, I think, for me, because it was, kind of a cool number for me, way more than I thought it would be, than I think this would ever actually go. So, again, I think I'm out of here. Good drinks, good times, good conversation. Hope you like my rambles and what I was saying tonight. So, anyway, again, be well, be safe, be healthy, and we'll see you on the next podcast or talk to you on the next one. All right. Bye, folks. We're done here.